I'm Adunni.
I am currently in the 11th grade and I attend school at El Puente Academy for Peace and Justice. So in my school, they teach us how to keep the peace and how to work for justice in our everyday lives, and they incorporate that in our schoolwork. The majority of the kids at my school are Latinos. A lot of the kids there had a stereotype a stereotype in their head that a lot of black kids who are in high school now, maybe the first people going to college in their family, or are gonna drop out or gonna get pregnant. But then after they got to know me, they saw that I'm just like they are, where I'm not the first person in my family who's gonna be going to college or gonna graduate from high school. I'm probably like the 800. I'm coming from a long line of people who went to college. Like in my school, they consider me dark skinned because I go to school where most of the kids are Puerto Rican and Dominican and Ecuadorian. So they consider me dark skinned, and they'll tell me, "Oh, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl," and it's and it's kind of like, thank you, but no thanks. It's like, I do talk about these kinds of issues with my family. It comes up in different type of ways. Like my grandfather, he was around during the civil rights times. And sometimes when I meet different people and they see my last name, they're like, "Are you related to Liam?" And I say, "Yep, that's my grandpa." And when I would go visit him, he would tell me different stories from when he was younger and when he used to go to protests and stuff with my mom and my grandma and my uncles.
Grandpa and Grandma used to take me to picket lines. I remember we boycotted Key Food on Myrtle Avenue, over there near where you used to go to daycare. We boycotted the Key Food because it was right across the street from Fort Greene Projects, but they refused to hire any of the youth from Fort Greene to work in the Key Food. And we were on that picket line. I had to be less than 6 years old.
And you remember that?
I remember it. I remember it clear as day.
When my grandfather calls and talks about civil rights stuff, I think it's really cool. I think some of the things that he tells me are still relevant, but I think there has been a lot of improvement since from when he was younger, like around the 1960s maybe till now. I think there's been a lot of improvement. The people who are higher in society thinking that because we're black or because we're black that we're not gonna make it in the world, we're at risk of failing. I would define racism when one race is discriminatory towards another race. Yes. My definition is right.
But racism is so much worse than bigotry.
So my definition is right. Thank you.
Well, after you do the Undoing Racism workshop, I want to know if your definition grows.
Okay, it'll have an A and then a semicolon and then a B.
Okay.
And
we'll see.
Like in a dictionary?
We'll see.